Thank you for joining me. This is a video because somebody had made a comment on a video about manifestation, and I have been meaning to do this video, but I just been too busy really. So it's an ideal time to do it because planetary wise, pretty soon you're able to use the tips of this video. So basically, I don't have a very strong ascendant or ascendant lord, and consequently, I mean, this is my take on everything. You know, your chart might be completely different, but I think when you excuse me, when you have this kind of alignments, excuse me, I have hay fever, so I might have to keep drinking. When you have these ascendant and ascendant lord are, you know, a little bit kind of challenged or weak, then what happens is, if you are surrounded by people who are really, really strong, and I have very strong personalities in my family, I've had them at work, my husband was quite a strong personality. So what happens is and friends as well, some of my friends have been as well in that way. And it's funny really, because life makes you, as you get older, you know, you kind of are cornered quite often because you're supposed to be tackling a few things in your life, and what you are trying to tackle is quite difficult. So for me, obviously my Rahu is in the third house, and I've always had these problems kind of expressing myself, absolutely. And here I am after my second Saturn return. You know, I'm trying. You know, I'm doing this. I'm trying to find. You know, I'm finding that I'm slowly finding myself. It's just so bizarre, really. It's like 30 years later. But anyway, this what happens when your ascendant ruler, your lord of your first house, can be like this. So those of you who are younger, I really sort of encourage you not to be frightened of life. Get out there. Don't just think that this chart, these 12 zodiac signs are you and they're going to dominate you. It's very easy when you start looking into Vedic astrology, particularly Vedic astrology, to kind of become a little bit paralyzed by what you see. So you see one conjunction, one placement, and you hear like Venus in the sixth house is debilitated. It is debilitated, but it is also, it's an upachaya house, so it's going to grow and get better with time. It is also give you lots of intelligence, so you can use your intelligence to actually navigate your life much better. It is also, it's because you like intellect, you like to be challenged, you know, and all of those things, because it gives you all those wonderful things, because you'll be able to deal with enemies, obstacles, debts, and all those things through intellect, intelligence, and also gives you massive beauty as well. And sometimes, honestly, difficult positions, placements, conjunctions, they don't define you anyway, but they actually make you a much stronger person. So my Rahu is in the third house, and self-expression always been difficult. And obviously, the more you don't express yourself, the more you get people in your life who are very dramatic, very expressive. So you spend hours and hours of your day, of your week, of your month, of your years of your life listening to these people. It's just amazing. So at some point you have to just kind of think, you know, you can't keep hiding from life. You have to go and live it, you know, just go and grab it. And I think if you have planets in the 3rd, 6th, 10th and 11th house, embrace it, because these houses grow, they get better with time. You learn, you observe, you kind of like, you put that intelligently into your chart, into your life, and actually get the results of your hard work. Because at the end of the day, 11th house, look at that, it's the house of gains. It's not just monetary gains, it's all the experiences that give you all these wisdom. actually utilize your life for your own good, not for everybody else's. Doesn't matter about everybody else. You're not here to, you first of all, you are here to work on yourself and then others. So anyway, so I have been studying with some fantastic teachers over the years, and I started with my very, very basic courses with Mark Boney, and I've worked with Corey and Achala, and learned a lot from also, oh my God, so many, Janati, and oh my God, I've had loads of Corey, let's say Corey, Kapil, and I've also had a lot of things from Ernst Willem, and I've sort of studied with all of them, or learned from them, their books and things like this. So the ones that I haven't studied with one-to-one, if you like, but and I think Kapil has actually touched on this on his videos, because I think the Pi team are very big on this, which is great. And it does work. So I'm going to give you these tips. The very first thing you need to download the Cosmic Insight app, because that will have, let me just see if I can find it so I can show you. So when you go onto Cosmic Insight app, that's what it looks like. Then you kind of keep going until you get to this, which is the nakshatra that the moon is at the moment. So today, being I think it's the 16th, 16th of June 2021, moon is today in Magha, in Leo. And I want you to sort of utilize this, because twice a month, moon goes into two nakshatras, which are very swift, very light, and they can actually manifest for you. And I have been trying this literally for a while now, and it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. First of all, you've got to just realize if you can't manifest things, it's because you are not in alignment with your path. You are trying to do things according to other people. So that is the reason why when I first got the book, The Secret, I wasn't manifesting anything. I couldn't manifest anything, literally. And I was really disappointed, because I was really wholeheartedly trying to, manifest things. But it didn't work, because I had not really done the work on myself. I realised that now. And I was not in alignment with myself. So consequently, I was attracting all the wrong people in my life and all the wrong things. The more you kind of get tangled up with the wrong people, the more situations get complicated and difficult. So I would definitely say, if you can't manifest anything, try these techniques. If you can't manifest anything, then really kind of think about what you're doing with your life. Are you in alignment with yourself? But if you've done the work for you, on yourself, and you want to see, is so lovely. So when moon transits through Swati is in Libra, and that will be happening in a few days. So let's have a look. So it's in Magha, so it'll be in Purva Falguni, Uttara Falguni, Hasta, Chitra. So it'll be in 5 nights' time. It will be going in, or 5 days' time, it'll be going into Swati. So Swati is light, and the symbol is like a grass, speck of grass, if you like. So it's all about scattering, and it's in a windy, air sign. So it's scattering information, sharing with people, working with people, things like that. So it's great for business skills, PR. It's very flexible nakshatra. So this is one of those light nakshatras that can actually manifest really well for you. The other one will happen about 2 weeks later, when the moon is in Ashwini. Ashwini again is light, is swift, is fast, gives you very, very fast results as well. It's really, because the symbol of Ashwini is a chariot, so it's like racing through. So these are the two nakshatras, Ashwini and Swati. So when the moon is transiting through them, which will happen you know, once every 28, 30 days, you can actually see if this works for you. So what you do, moon is, for this you need white piece of paper, blue pen. It's got to be those because they're colours of the moon, white and blue. And you write your intentions down. Now, I was going to show you my intentions, but obviously they're private. I literally have got a big wad of these. I've written them on cards, and I'm amazed. I'm amazed how many of them have already happened. But, you know, I write it. The very first thing that I do is when I put down like Dear Ashwini or Dear Universe, and I'll first give gratitude for the things that I feel blessed with in my life, like hot water, my daughter, my family, my friends, you know, my health, all of those things. So you want to just always do that. Always be grateful for what you have. And also people who've got K2 in the first house, it's very important that you do that by looking at yourself in the mirror and actually pay gratitude and be kind to yourself as well. I think people who've got K2 in the first house, they can be a little bit hard on themselves, and because they don't see their true beauty. Yeah, do that, guys, you know. And anyway, you write it down on a white piece of paper, blue pen, and when I write down, I literally write it like an essay, if you like. So I just say, for example, I was having problems with my neighbours, and what I did is I've just put down like, please bring harmony within my neighborhood, with my neighbors. I like to have, you know, I like it to be like a situation when we can work together in harmony and talk together with in a diplomatic way and help each other out, you know. And if you want a job, like for example, you write it down. So I would like a job, which is like, think about all these things, like, do you want to walk there? Do you want to drive a car? What sort of salary you want, what sort of, write about the colleagues and everything that you want to be like in a harmonious environment. Don't just write about, this is the job that I want, this is the money that I want. No, really think about it. Do you want to like, do you want to be working with a company who will give you like good benefits like pensions, healthcare? Will you progress? Will you be able to sort of get good training, good support? You know, really think about what you want. Don't just be thinking like, I want this, you know. The other thing is as well, I would be very careful to say things about like, I want this person. So if you're looking for a relationship and you're focused on one person and you're asking, because you can manifest a lot of things, but you can't really manifest people, a person that you have, you know. So you've got to have a broader thing. So if you're looking for a relationship, write down about the type of things that you want, but don't just think like, this is what I want. Because if they already wanted to be with you, they would be with you. So if you're just limiting yourself to one person, that's not really allowing the universe to do the work with you. It's just like trying to control the situation. So be honest, and you know, and I always do that. I don't actually, I think about everything that I want. Sometimes I'm writing 24 pages and I think, God, I'm being really greedy. But why not? You know, the thing is if you limit yourself, you will only have limited amount of manifestations. And then what you do, once you've written everything, and thank the universe, and then put it in there. I normally put it in the northwest of my property because that's where moon resides, in the northwest. And some people do duplicate ones and put it in the west because Saturn rules west, particularly good if you're looking for work. And also north is pretty good as well because it's where Mercury and Jupiter are, in the north, so you can actually manifest that way as well. I always use northwest. It's always worked, so I don't want to start changing that. So you could do that as well. The other thing that you can do is, if you are looking for work, if you find your 10th lord, whichever planet that your 10th lord is, and then look at the nakshatra it's in. That nakshatra, if you then Google and find out the animal that is symbolic of that nakshatra, and then you would say say for example, if it was like you had Jupiter in Mrigasira, for example, so you find like Jupiter is yellow and Mrigasira is, you find Mrigasira because it's a snake, and it could also be a deer as well. So you find them and then you draw a deer or a serpent in that color, in Jupiter color, and then you put that with your intentions in the northwest. So, or you can do a duplicate one and put it into west, because obviously Saturn rules west. So try these things, try and find, like, for example, if you got Mercury, Mercury is your 10th lord, it's in Ashleisha. Ashleisha is, again, it's a female cat. So you can just draw Mercury color, which is green, in green cat. Try to do a really, really good job, and I think Kapil Raj has got a lot of really good videos on this, and do it. Honestly, it works really, really well. So I do wish you well. Don't limit yourself. Go out there and manifest for yourself. The universe is abundant. It wants to give you things. It's just us. We just limit ourselves. So good luck, and I would be really, really delighted to hear if you've managed to manifest anything. Thank you. I'll see you on the